Okay, so let's delete off the turbo smooth. And to get the thickness on here, we're going to do it manually just like we did with the rest of the pieces. We definitely don't want to use a shell, and the reason for that is because it's going to reproduce all these polygons for these punch-ins on the back, and we don't want that. We just want to have some thickness on the edges around this. Okay, so let's start maybe with the sides. I'm just going to go over to edge here. Let's grab this edge and loop them. Okay, and we want to make sure that it goes down to the bottom. It doesn't go across like this. So let's control click this edge and this one and loop those, and then we'll just deselect these two here on each side. Okay, and just hit F3 there to make sure you don't have anything else selected. Okay, so let's go in here and we'll shift drag these back on the y-axis, and make sure you don't have edge constraint on when you do this. Okay, so let's shift drag that back. Doesn't need to be super thick, maybe something like that. And let's also do the top here, so let's loop these. Okay, and on this one, we don't want to have these ones here selected. We just want to come up to this corner. Alright, so we're going to hold down Alt and deselect these edges here on each side. Okay, so we're just at the corner here. And then we're going to go into the top view. Okay. And we're going to shift drag this back on the Y as well. About the same distance as we did over on the sides. Okay, like that. And we don't want to have these edges straight back on the sides here. So what we're going to do here is just scale it out a little bit. Okay, so we'll scale it out on the X and kind of space these over and try to even things out a little bit. Okay, just like that on each side. Okay, and what that allows us to do is just kind of extrude these edges back and weld everything together. So I'm just going to grab these three here. Okay, and what we're going to do here is the exact same thing. Pull these back, and then I'm going to go back until I touch up with the vert right here on this corner. Okay, and then we'll control click vertex, deselect this one on the side as well as this one. So we have these two selected, and we're just going to slide this over on the X. Let's actually grab this one. Okay, we'll slide all three of those over and line up the verts on the corner there. Okay, and we'll select those two that are on top of each other and weld them, and it will just target weld this one to the back corner. Okay, same thing over on this side. Let's grab these edges here, shift drag them back, control click vertex, deselect the outside one, slide those over on the X until they line up. Like that. Grab the pair there and weld them up, and then target weld this one to the back. Okay, and if we want to maintain the thickness here, you can see it's kind of thicker over on the outside than it is on here. We can just go into the top view, zoom in, grab these verts here, which are the side ones, and just pull that back until we straighten out that edge right here. Okay, and don't worry about this, that's the bottom curve, which we want to keep. Okay, so just these ones here, slide that back like that. And again, you know, it doesn't matter if it's perfectly even all the way around. You're not going to see most of this stuff anyways. Okay, so we'll do maybe something similar on the bottom. I wonder if we even need to do the bottom. Let's maybe leave the bottom for now. There's no point in doing that if we don't need to have it in there. Okay, so what we're going to do here is ring this edge here on the corner, and that's going to go around the entire thing. So we're just going to add an extra segment here with the connect. Okay, let's do one, and we're going to slide that towards the front to sharpen it up. That will do around -70. Okay, and we also need to have a support edge right along the top here, as well as down the outside. The top one will be the easiest, so we'll do that one in a minute. Let's just ring this edge here. Okay, we want to make sure this continues all the way down, so grab that edge and ring it again. Okay, and we'll go back into the front view. Do another connect here. And we're just going to slide this over towards the outside. Let's do maybe about -90 here. Okay, and again, that's going to be a little bit more spaced apart here than it is up at the top because of the angle. So let's just hit OK to this, control click vertex again, and we'll just manually adjust this a little bit. Okay, so we're going to deselect these ones here in the center. That one looks pretty even, so let's deselect this one. Okay, I'm just going to slightly move this over. Whoops. Just a little bit. Okay, we'll deselect both these ones as well as this one. We'll just keep moving these over and working our way down. So deselect a pair at the top and the bottom each time until you even it out all the way up. Okay, I think that should be pretty even there. Okay, one thing we don't want to have, as I mentioned earlier, is this extra set of verts right here. We want to maintain the original shape that we had, and we have this extra loop going through here. We're going to need to get rid of this. The easiest way for us to do that is probably just to weld this up. Okay, so let's do a target weld here with this vert. Going to weld it up to right here. Alright, then we're going to turn off target weld, and we're going to loop this edge, the angled one, and control backspace it out. Okay, same thing over on this side. Let's actually put the edge down the side first before I do that. Okay, so same process here. Let's grab these edges, a ring, another connect. Okay, I want to make sure this is even, and that looks pretty close. This side's a little bit narrower than this side, so you might need to adjust the amount a little bit. Okay, control click vertice, deselect these ones. And just keep working your way up and down until you get it evened out like that. Okay, now we'll get rid of that extra edge on this side. Okay, so back to target weld, this vert up to this one, and get rid of this edge right here. Okay, and finally we need to add a support edge right along the top, which we can do in the front view, or the back view, sorry. And we could probably just do this with quick slice. So I'm just going to go over to quick slice here. I'm going to click outside the mesh, go straight across, try to straighten it out, and click. Okay, now I'll cut that support edge in for us. Down the bottom we don't really need to do anything. Okay, so let's turn off quick slice here and re-smooth this to see if we missed anything. I'm just going to do 3 for now. Okay, I think we're looking pretty good here. I don't really see any artifacting. Let's maybe put another shader on here just so we can get a better look at this. Let's grab a blank slot here, apply it. Just going to change the color to something a little darker. And we'll just crank up the specular a little bit here, and the glossiness. Oops. Okay, you see this looks a little soft right here. Might want to sharpen that up a little bit. Okay, the reason why we have that is just because we don't have a loop right here. Let's just take this one right here. Let's loop this all the way around. Okay, make sure that goes all the way around each side. Okay. And we'll just pull this back. Before we do that, let's turn on our edge constraint just so we don't move anything out of position here on the corner. We'll just slide this back so it's a little bit tighter like that. That should help smooth it a bit more and sharpen that edge up. Okay. So I think we're looking pretty good here. Alright, let's maybe unhide all. Get rid of this as well. And we'll just see how this is fitting together here. Okay, we do have a slight gap at the back there where we didn't extrude that border, but we could take care of that later on. Overall, I think it's fitting pretty good in here. Okay, so that should take care of that back part finally. Just gonna chuck on the other shader. And I believe we've got everything on this part. Later on we'll do the cord hole here, but I don't think we really need to worry about that right now. We still have quite a bit of work to do on the tank. Okay, so we're getting there. I think we're just roughly about an hour for the section, and I think I'll wrap up part 6 here just before we get into the actual water tanks. Again, that's going to be quite a challenging part to model, so I think we'll tackle that next time. I'll try to get these up, a lot sooner than I have been. We just had so much content coming into CD Tuts that I really can't, take spots for my own content. So I try to fit it in around other authors' work. But I'll try to do my best to get the next parts up as soon as I can. But I think we'll wrap up part 6 here. And again, if you have any questions or any comments or anything, just throw them up on CD Tuts, and I'll do my best to answer them as soon as I can. But yeah, I think we'll wrap this up right here. So yeah, hopefully you're still with me on this and are getting a good result on your model. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.